Wait now, say you strong, why you not wait?
Something coming out of the busiest airport in Nigeria.
Well, some of us in this part of the East may not really know Kwangwang, but he's more popular in the Southwest. But of course, those who are into contemporary
Fuji
music and Fuji will say, we know him. So, renowned Fuji musician King Wasiu Marshall, popularly known as Kwangwang, has pushed back against allegations surrounding an incident at the Abuja airport. Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria have also launched investigation into this probe. So what happened? Let's give you a background. On Wednesday, Kwangwang was about to board this particular aircraft, and then he was holding what appeared to be a liquid in his hand. And then the officials were saying, "We don't tolerate alcohol. Can you please step back, please?" And the guy was trying to resist, maybe to explain to them that what I'm holding is not alcohol, it's water. But the pilot seemed not to be in a good mood yesterday. He shut down his plane and made an attempt to move. That was the situation that actually happened yesterday. And report reaching us this morning is that the pilot has been suspended, even though some people were trying to put all manner of interpretations to it. But we watched the video this morning before coming into the studio, and we saw that what the pilot did was unprofessional. You know what happens at some bus stations in Aba where you are trying to, what do you call it? FRSC officials are trying to stop you, and you're trying to move as if you were trying to jam them. That was what the pilot did yesterday. He just tried to make a move, and you can see officials around scampering for safety. That was the reason why he was suspended, not because it involved Kwangwang. But Kwangwang has also given his own side of the story.
Well, okay, so that's the video out of the incident that transpired yesterday. Some of you may have seen the video, but for those who are yet to see the video, you can imagine a Nigerian standing in front of a plane that was taxiing. The plane was about flying, but he felt, hey, who are you to fly this plane without me? Do you know who I am?
The Nigerian usual factor.
Do you know who you are talking to? This plane will not move except I say so. And the pilot, being a strong-headed man, a coconut-headed pilot, decided to show him that the plane could actually fly without him. So the pilot simply taxied the plane, and Kwangwang had to run for his life.
Before
he just escaped by the whiskers.
I don't know why Nigerians have a problem when people ask you questions. Hey, sir, please move away with that alcohol. I'm sorry, it's water. I'm making an example. You open it, they splash it on the floor. Sir, look at it, it's water. But you start to show muscle. I don't understand our people. Why is it just so difficult for people, celebrities, people in high places? A simple question person asks you, settle down and answer. You start to make a case out of it.
Well, we'll talk about it. Let's take Kwangwang's reaction. His media aide, Kunle Rashid, has actually issued a statement describing everything that the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria stated as misleading. Let's take some parts from what Kwangwang's media spokesperson released. According to him, he said, "Our attention has been drawn to reports alleging that King Wasiu Ayinde Marshall, K1 the Ultimate, displayed unruly conduct while attempting to board a value jet flight on August 5, 2025, allegedly causing a breach of aviation protocol. We wish to categorically state that this narrative is not only exaggerated, but also misleading. At no point did K1 act in a manner that endangered lives or breached safety regulations. The substance in question, which was wrongly sensationalized, was nothing more than plain drinking water given to him at the airport lounge while he waited to board the aircraft. Despite his respectful effort to clarify this, the situation was unnecessarily escalated. If indeed there had been anything inappropriate in his conduct, the head of airport security, officials from relevant agencies such as FAAN and NCAA as well as the chairman and managing director of the airline, would not have reached out personally to appeal, tender apologies, and even go as far as arranging a private jet to fly him to Lagos at no cost. Despite persistent persuasion from the airline's top executives, K1 graciously declined the offer. So there you have it. Just like the situation of Senator Adams Oshomole and Air Peace, it is now we are now caught up in the middle of this. Kwamwon's word against the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria's words. But in all of this, and there is just something about we as a people. We like to show class unnecessarily. We like for people to run away whenever some of us approach certain places. The reason why I feel for our policemen on the road, I feel for the immigration officers at places like the airports, the customs officers. If these men and women should tell you what they see in the hands of some of these elites on a daily basis, you just cannot help but to weep for them. Probably Kwamwan failed to realize that for airport security, there are certain things you cannot take into an airplane, no matter who you are. There's a limit, even if it is water. There's a limit, there's an amount of water that you will want to take into the plane. And the law says no. Once it goes beyond this amount, you cannot take it into the plane. But probably they were trying to explain to him and the flight, talking about value jets being his brother's own. The owner is from the same state like him. He felt he could place a call. Do you know who I am? I'm supposed to board the flight. Even if it is water, not alcohol, like FAAN is saying. Just a simple explanation. Because of my health challenge, because of this, because of that, I need this amount of water. Because if you go through the airport regulations, there are also places where it is specified that people with medical condition are allowed to get into plane with certain things, certain amount of water, maybe above the threshold that is made for ordinary people. But because of ego, I think that's the right word I've been searching for. Ego. An average Nigerian's ego is usually bigger than the aircraft.
Especially when you're connected.
That's it. If you're popular, if you're famous.
You know, Kwamwang is one musician that if you're a big boy in the Southwest and you're doing an occasion, if you don't invite Kwamwang,
you've not started at all.
You still be upcoming, you know. Kwamwang, Sonny Ade, those guys have a level where Southwest people place them. So the guy is highly connected. I'm not sure there's any big Yoruba man in the Southwest that may not have had contact or directly or indirectly with Kwamwang. So the guy knowing levels, but that's not to say you get to an airport and you not abide by the rules. You know?
The same people would travel out of this country
and behave themselves.
You see pictures and videos of them.
If they say stand, they will stand.
Boarding train, joining train, standing without police escort, without PAs. But once they land in Nigeria, the mentality changes. Anything goes. You could imagine somebody, a human being, standing in front of a plane, preventing the plane from moving in protest.
You can say that Lagos back in you.
Well, thank God he did not lose his life. For some of you who may have seen the video, he was very close to doing that because the pilot also lost it.
I would like to know who that pilot is.
We're not justifying the actions of the pilot.
Let's get mine.
Exactly. Imagine speeding off, almost hitting and crushing the man. Maybe by now the story would have been different.
The man needs psychiatric evaluation.
The pilot?
Yes!
What about the man that stood in front of the plane?
Both of them need help. But you don't say plane, no, they like motor where you feel just match brake. Do you get my point? That your emotion, guy, that was dangerous. Hey!